On this week's City Skylines 2 o'clock, it's time to save your city. Extended Manager's Library update, new free content, more top tips, and introducing this week's special guest, Larry Skylines.
Hi, BonBon. Thank you for having me on. How are you?
I'm doing really well, thank you very much for asking. Now, Larry, not many people are going to know who you are. A few, but not many. For those not up to speed, can you tell me a little bit about your slightly off-the-wall YouTube channel?
Sure. So I really actually never intended to start a YouTube channel. I made a trailer for Biffa when he started his vanilla snowfall city. I forget what it was called now, but Antarctica. And so just a joke, at the time it's like, wait, what? Biffa's going to build all vanilla? How's this guy going to live without mods? I thought it was funny, and so I put together a little trailer with the canned trailers that are in iMovie on a Mac, and threw it out there and hoped he would see it, and he did. And then he put it on his community page. He did a community post on it, and then it started getting thousands of views, and people started asking for more stuff, and I'm like, whoa. And it was under my real name, and I'm like, oh, now I got to change my name. What am I going to say? Skylines, okay. And it just kind of rolled from there. And so I just like to have fun with Cities Skylines, with the game, and some of the other creators that I was watching.
Oh, excellent. No, a lot of it is very, very, very funny. And you've definitely had a few pokes at my channel as well. So thank you very much for that one.
You're welcome. And thank you. And, it's really not too hard, BonBon.
Oh, right. Great. Lovely. And the show
provide
ends
plenty of material.
I don't doubt that. Anyway, speaking of material, we've got some new material dropping this week on Tuesday, the 23rd of May. The Hotels and Retreats DLC is out, including some free updates. I'm sure you know about that already. But I thought we'd start with a quick public service announcement that obviously any of these new updates can possibly break any of the mods that you're currently running with. So I don't know if you agree with me on this one, but there's a possibility, if you're that worried, we could switch off Steam now, go offline now with Steam, or maybe even on Monday, and then leave it for a few days. What do you think to that idea?
That is a possibility, yeah, or one option if you want to take a break from the game. The other option is to just maybe go all vanilla, shut off all those mods and check things out in vanilla mode for a little bit until those mods are back online.
Absolutely, yeah. But both very valid. This is one of those, if you've got a city and you just don't want to leave it, now will be a good time just to switch the Steam offline. But we could start a new vanilla city. Why not do a Biffa?
Or just start a vanilla city, maybe unlock all and dive right into the new content, all the hotels and retreats, figure out how it works and how you're going to work it into your existing city.
Indeed. So anyway, we've got more on the hotels and retreats towards the end of the show. But speaking of broken mods, the Extended Manager's Library. Again, public service announcement as much as anything here. There's a new mod out from Algernon enabling you to remove Extended Manager's Library. Now, I was aware of Extended Manager Library. I didn't really know what it did or why it even existed. So if you'd like to bear with me while I read through a statement from Algernon as to why you should remove the Extended Manager's Library. So the author of EML has left the modding community, and his mods, including Extended Manager's Library, Prop Anarchy and Tree Anarchy, are now abandoned. These mods were useful prototype experiments in different ways of doing things. However, as prototypes, they all use very non-standard codebase and have some fundamental issues that can't realistically be resolved by anything other than the full rewrite. Algernon then explains his temporary mods, such as the temporary Tree Anarchy, temporary Prop Anarchy, and but he can't guarantee that there will be ongoing results with those mods. He carries on. Therefore, it's highly recommended that people currently using Extended Manager's Library, Tree Anarchy and Prop Anarchy migrate away as soon as is possible to protect their saves. Stable modern replacement functionality for most EML Prop Anarchy is contained in the new mods Prop Control, Visibility Control and Line Tool. There is currently no direct replacement for EML's expanded prop limit, so we won't have those almost unlimited props anymore. However, remember that props placed with Bob, intersection marking tool and procedural objects do not count towards the prop limit. Using these mods is recommended and far more stable than expanding the prop limit. So first of all, big thank you to Algernon for your amazing work and for giving me such great information there that I've been able to pass on. Have you got any thoughts or words of wisdom?
You know, Algernon and Chameleon have been doing an absolute ton of work on all these mods and keeping everything up to date and maintaining a list of incompatible mods that just thanks to those guys for diving into this, and it's really a full-time job and probably overtime. I just have one little question, Bonbon. Is there any room for gossip in here?
Oh yeah, go for it.
All right. So on Keystar leaving the modding community, I have absolutely no idea. All I know is it's a little. I wonder just a little bit in the update notes, the change notes on the deprecated Extended Manager's Library. Kind of the last thing he posted was that he's reverting to the previous version since Algernon has hard-coded the incompatible mod. So apparently there was a mod that was not compatible with EML with Keystar's newer update. This was back in December. So not sure what happened there, but I would imagine maybe that's why he left. I don't know.
Well, soap opera and speculation. Let's just trust that everything is good and dandy, shall we?
Oh, everything
is
good
and dandy.
In the hands of Algernon and Chameleon. Everything is good and dandy.
Indeed.
Now, like I said, I had no idea what happened there, but it sounds like there was some sort of incompatible mod, and now it looks like with the game update that the EML is incompatible anyway. So
yeah, maybe
go away.
Yeah, maybe. Let's hope that it continues to work, but who knows? Who knows? Right, anyway, game updates. We have the Hotel and Retreat dropping on Tuesday. Even if you don't buy the DLC, there will be some incompatibilities and there will be a ton of free content. And for most of the rest of today's show, I'm going to be going through all of the individual items. I'll give you a chance to feedback, a few images on the screen as well for you to follow along with. So we've got all the new mechanics have been very well covered in the official Cities Skylines trailer and tutorials. So with the free content, the update brings new additions to the base game and the following DLCs: Green Cities, Park Life, Industries, Sunset Harbour, Airports and Plazas and Promenades. So if you've got any of those DLCs, you're going to be getting some new goodies. So let's start off with the vehicles. Base game, if you've just got the base game, you'll be getting 6 new industry vehicles and a new cargo train engine, an extravagant pie van and heavy trucks hauling raw materials, and all of these will be automatically added. You do absolutely nothing. What's your thoughts on an extravagant pie van, Larry?
Oh, it just makes me wish that vehicle collisions were a thing in the game, because I would love to see that slice of pie go flying off the top of that van.
That would be stunning. That would be stunning.
It would be, but I think it's a very nice compliment to the hot dog van and the donut van.
Yes. It's another meme vehicle. Absolutely brilliant. Just in time for my meme shows to end, eh? Anyway, Green cities. If you've got green cities, there are two new biofuel buses. Both contain a slightly higher capacity than the original, and an articulated biofuel bus which can transport up to 75 passengers at a time. Larry?
Oh, sorry. I guess you can edit that out.
Oh, no editing. This is all in one take, my friend.
Oh, whew. Okay. So, biofuel buses, yeah, sure. I've never really dove into how much extra pollution or noise or whatever the buses cause, or if that contributes to any complaints. I really haven't noticed that. Biofuel buses, are obviously greener and not as noisy, apparently, for the city. How much that will reduce noise in the city, I don't know, but it's an option, and whatever we can change up and have look different, just for some uniqueness around the city is great, and it's free. You don't have to pay for it. Bon, the one thing I don't want to miss out on is the American style semis and the industry vehicles that we're getting also.
Oh,
now over that one.
There's one indeed. Yeah. Park Life. Now, if you've got Park Life, there is a new park maintenance vehicle, which you use the selector in the park maintenance building to choose between that one and the current one, I do believe.
Yeah, and it looks like it's a little Land Rover or something, so I think that would be really neat to see. It kind of makes me wish it wasn't just a park maintenance vehicle, but it's like I want to make a safari with that thing or something. Have it drive through the zoo.
Really cool idea, actually. Yeah, I like that a lot. I'm sure that can be modded in.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Industries. There are 3 new industrial roads. They will give more noise pollution than regular roads, but will be cheaper to build and to upkeep. A 4-lane, a 6-lane, and an industrial highway.
Oh, it's a small 4-lane road, which is sorely needed. We got the regular small 4-lane road, that 2U 4-lane road in the last update. The industrial road is a great complement to that. That way you can keep all those roads looking the same in your industrial areas. The 6-lane also, we know how much that industry creates traffic, and so having those 6-lane roads just to give you an extra turn lane or extra through lanes, whatever you may need, is going to be terrific.
Indeed.
And like I said, I always hated mixing in kind of the regular larger roads with the industry roads in my industry area. It have made it all look off, and now all that can go together much more visually appealing.
Perfect.
To your industry area, for sure.
Yeah. Now, if you've got Sunset Harbour, you'll be getting 2 new trolley buses, 5 articulated trolley buses, a double-decker intercity bus, rebalanced trolley buses, which includes making them quieter, and 4 new roads, a 4-lane, a 6-lane with trolley bus wires, medians, and trees.
Well, if you've never been excited for trolley buses before, I think maybe that you can get excited about this. I haven't seen many people use the trolley bus, but as I was looking at this update, and I was thinking, when you make a bus route, sometimes the buses make turns on roads. You don't want them to go that way, and so they wind up adding in an extra stop somewhere because, you want the bus to follow, go down a certain road and not take its own path. But trolley buses are just an excellent way of doing that, dedicating where you want your buses to go, and now to have more options.
Yeah.
With how much capacity those trolley buses have makes that a lot easier.
Well, more on trolley buses here as well. If you've got After Dark and Sunset Harbour, you'll get medium and large roads with trolley bus and bike lanes. And if you've got Sunset Harbour and plazas and promenades, you'll get 6 new pedestrian streets with trolley bus wires, Bus lanes will also allow both regular buses and trolley buses as well. And to read the quote, trolleybus roads have been improved to be able to intersect with roads with tram wires, making it easier to include both tram and trolley buses in your pedestrian areas without the need to elaborate intersections where they cross paths.
Oh, I love it. Just to be able to add in more diversity and not be stuck with, one particular thing. It's just, it's great that they've made those changes. It's just, in a way, it's a bit disappointing that they're making all these changes, kind of at the end of Cities Skylines 1, but this game will continue on. And not everyone's going to jump to Cities 2, right away. It's going to take time, so...
Well, speaking of
diversity, be able to enjoy this.
Yeah, well, speaking of diversity, we've got 3 new trees into the base game: silver birch, Norway spruce, and a large scrub, along with 2 new hedge props. And while we're on Green Cities DLC owners will get an advanced coal power plant, which is available right from the start, less polluting than the coal power plant. It's not clean energy, but it does come at a higher cost and produces more energy.
And you know what? It looks great on top of that.
Yeah.
It's a good looking asset in the screenshot that they provided here in the dev diary. And also, who doesn't love more trees?
Oh,
and the hedge props. It looks like maybe you could make little hedge mazes and things if you wanted to.
Looks good to me. Well, I've got some of those in my workshop, but enough of that. Park Life, 3 new buildings. There's an amusement park log ride, a Tarsier, is that a Tarsier house for the zoo, and a nature reserve museum as well.
Yeah, I was going to Google Tarsier before we got on here, and I completely forgot about it. I couldn't even tell you what.
Little primates from Southeast Asia. You'd recognise them to see them. I might know them under a different name. Industries. Sorry, I'm rattling on because we're down to the last 5 minutes and we've still got loads to go. How did
that happen?
I know.
I talk too much.
No, it's my fault. Anyway, industries. You've got a warehouse with railway connection. It functions like a regular warehouse, but it's able to ship and receive goods directly via the rail.
The best thing that's been added to the game, I think.
That's why I paused. I thought you'd like that.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. And then also Industries and Sunset Harbour owners will get a seafood factory, and the warehouses will now be able to store fish. Hello, come on. Why not from the start, eh?
Yeah, we don't need that mod anymore. And Frank's Fish Sticks finally gets its appropriate factory.
Finally. Airport DLC owners will get 2 new decorative concrete aprons, which are going to be used by everybody throughout their city because they will clip to any network and they can overlap with networks and most buildings as well. Looks amazing.
Hallelujah. Concrete decals in game.
Indeed. Plazas and promenades. If you've got that, you'll get 2 new variations of a small fountain plaza and the flower plaza, and a large fountain plaza as well, with sandstone, bluestone and cobblestone varieties. Random variation, and you use the submesh variation selector in the building info panel to switch between them.
Absolutely. Get them to match your pedestrian roads. Perfect.
Right. Then on to the improvements that come with the games. That's all the extra content you're getting. Improvements. Trolley buses will have reduced noise pollution and reduced cost per vehicle. And a cost of upkeep of those and the roads will be reduced as well. The capacity of ferries finally have been increased by 30. So at least they're now a thing that can really be used. Parks, regular vanilla style parks, will have their cost, upkeep, entertainment radius and amount of visitors adjusted to work with the new DLC. And here's one that's going to excite a lot of people. You can now toggle zoning You can cycle between different options for zoning on both sides of the road, zoning on only on the left, zoning only on the right, and no zoning at all, using a new button next to the existing road tools. And then you can switch that through the upgrade road tool button.
Second best addition to the game. Vanilla players will love it. I wasn't a huge fan of that zoning adjuster mod. There were a lot of options there, and this just simplifies it so much. It looks like that is going to be loved by all.
It's a really good addition, that one. I love it. Right, okay, well, that covers for that. We've got just about enough time to squeeze in a top tip from yourself, if you can think of one.
Top tip. Well, I made a note of 3 things here. I'm going to lead off with Discord.
Well, if you do one, next time you're on the show, you can do another one. How about that?
That too. All right, I'm just going to say, if you're not on Discord, then create an account, get on Discord, look for the Cities Skylines channels. There's a lot of them out there. What I'm going to recommend is the mod makers Discord channels, because this is where you can get the inside scoop on these mods and whether or not they're going to work, they're breaking, who's having problems, what the fixes are, things like that. Algernon has his own Discord server. Exurgy does as well. For intersection marking tool and his other mods, there's one just for traffic manager, and so that's my top tip. If you're not on Discord and you're playing modded, get on there at least for those.
That sounds
you can be in the know.
An amazing tip. Being part of a community is cool. I mean, I'm just a messenger. I'm picking up bits of information from here and there, passing it on. That is getting it right from the horse's mouth. Those modders, they really know their stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You can see what's going on right there.
Right, well, normally at this point I would give you a top tip myself, but we are down to the last 30 seconds or so. So I just want to thank you, Larry. You've been absolutely a stellar guest. It's been a little while in the making getting you on here, but now we've got you on. Would you like to come back in about another 2 or 3 weeks? How does that sound?
Sounds great, BonBon. I'd be happy to come back.
Excellent. Good
Thanks
stuff.
for having me.
You're very, very welcome, and thank you for giving me the chance to say that.
That's what I needed.
Anyway, thanks everybody. Thanks for watching, for commenting, for liking, and for subscribing. You know what to do. Hit the like button, the notification bell, subscribe, and the link to Larry's channel is in the description. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again very, very soon.
Bye-bye.